Ahoy there, Captain Benzie here, coming at you with another video where I showcase the games that I'm really enjoying on mobile. As someone put on the Catskull Discord fairly recently, Benzie is all about, I'm having fun, here's how you can too. And that ahoy there at the start of this video has never been more appropriate, because today we are going to be talking about Pirates Outlaws. This is a deck building roguelite card game, and ultimately slap a pirate theme on anything and I'm going to be interested. We're going to have a look at what this game is, how it works, and why you should probably consider giving this one a go. If you enjoy this video, let me know by hitting a like on it, sub to the channel for all things mobile gaming, and of course if you know a particular game you think I might enjoy or you'd like to see me showcase on this channel, let me know in the comment section down below. Of course I tend to focus on Eve Echoes and Diablo Immortal, but I do like to showcase other games like this from time to time. If you also want to go the extra mile to help support this channel, we do have a Patreon page which I'm updating, and a Redbubble merchandise store, and I'm hoping to get some new designs up there soon. Anyway, that all said and done then, let's talk about Pirates Outlaws. Now, first things first, disclaimer at the very beginning of this, Pirates Outlaws is a paid-for game. You do have to pay money to purchase this game and get into it. It's about £2.50, it's not much at all, it's a very cheap game to start off with. There are then some other purchases in the shop. You can buy gold, which you can earn through gameplay, and there are a couple of skins and things that are exclusive to paid as well, but it's pretty much purely aesthetic, and you can get by quite comfortably with just the basic payment. Now, before we talk about skins and things like that, I think it's important that we actually showcase the game itself. Now, there are a couple of different modes here on the right-hand side, and you can see you unlock some of these as you proceed. When you first start, you will only have Navigate, later on you unlock the Arena, and eventually you will get to Tavern Brawl as well, which I have played. I then wiped the account, and when I changed from the Razer phone to this one, ultimately I lost a lot of my Google Play stuff. Anyway, so let's jump back in. Anyway, so Navigate is the first mode that you'll have, and this allows you to explore different areas. And as you can see, you'll unlock more areas as you start playing, so there's plenty of content to get through, especially since I have yet to still complete the basic Pirates Bay, which is normal. You can see I've unlocked Advanced and I didn't even make it to the first boss. So basically, the aim of the game here is that you play a pirate, sailing your ship, exploring, plundering, looting, and beating up other pirates on your way to glory and treasure. And every time you play, you will get a new map like this, set with different areas where you will make landfall and challenge other pirates. There are taverns and like markets en route as well, where you can buy and sell cards, modify your deck, etc, etc. On the left side of the screen, you'll see that my current deck, I'm playing as the Gunner, which is your basic pirate, the first one you'll have unlocked, and is a specialist with pistols, etc. I have a 10-card deck on the left-hand side and 120 action points, and you spend these action points to move to new areas where, like here, you'll get a battle. Oh look, we've got two pirates who are going to be doing 5 damage each to me. One of them's got 23 health, one of them's got 24 health. I'm on the left-hand side with 55 health. You can see my ammo on the left-hand side, and you can see the 5 cards I've got this turn along at the bottom. Now, of course, ammo will allow me to refresh my ammo count on the left-hand side. Things like issue order and standard shot here, you'll see use that ammo. That's what that little yellow icon is. Now, issue order is a skill that makes the next ranged attack deal a critical hit, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to shoot at the pirate in the distance there and deal some damage to him. I'm then going to reload and end my turn. The enemies then attack. Now, normally, you'll see here, I would gain ammo at the start of my turn anyway, so I'm going to put a couple of shields on here. I'm then going to standard shot the guy in the distance and punch this guy in the face. That's not an ideal turn. I am basically playing a little bit rushed here, just to showcase the gameplay. Now, what starts off as a fairly simple kind of card game, where basically you're just choosing your targets and blowing people up, does start to get pretty intense as the game goes on. So I'm going to punch that guy in the face, I'm going to issue an order, and do a standard shot to finish that guy off. At the end of every round, not only do you earn some coins, you get to add new cards to your deck. Now, Feint Attack is a ranged card, so that's the one I'm going to go for. We're then going to sail off to our next island, another 5 action points to go through here, and we get different enemies. So we've got the larger-than-life pirate, shall we say, on the left-hand side here, who is going to, you can see a shield, going to apply armor to him and his friends, and we've got the guy in the background there, who's about to deal 7 damage. I would ideally like to take him out, but I can't quite manage it with the ammo, etc. that I have. So you see there, the big guy is going to give 6 armor to his friend. This turn around, he's going to shoot me for 6 damage, and the other guy is going to do a melee attack for 4. So I'm going to feint attack. Not quite enough to take those both out, and I can only punch the one who's right in front of me because it's not a ranged attack. You can't obviously do melee attacks to people who are further back in the order. So here, I'm actually going to do a standard shot on this guy here. Ah, it wasn't enough, damn it. There we are. So I'm just going to do some really silly actions. You see I'm taking a lot more damage than I should have done. I could have easily killed him this turn if I'd done that issue order first, but hey, there we go. I'm then going to double shot the guy in the distance. I'm going to punch this guy, which again is the other way around. Had I punched this guy first, I would have been able to kill him, and hopefully you can see all the stupid mistakes that I'm making here. Ideally, I don't actually want to get too far into this in this video, simply because obviously, you know, I want to leave it for you guys to explore and see what's going on here. What I'm trying to do as I rush through is showcase that there are different types of loot. Like here you have the Pinata. This is not a card that is added to your deck. This is something that goes up at the top. It can be sold later. Like when we get to a tavern here, I can sell items back to the tavern. I can pay a bit of money in order to increase my health at the top left. I can refresh my ship's action points, but I've only used 9 so far, and I can pay to remove cards from my deck. Like, I don't really actually want that feint attack there, so I'm going to get rid of that, because it's a card that I could draw that's not really one that I want to draw. So I'm going to keep sailing north until eventually we get to the boss, and you'll see you get new enemies like this guy here. I'm going to punch this guy straight off the bat, and we're then going to issue an order and standard shot and hopefully take him out, which we do, start adding some armor, and reload a little bit. Now this guy here with the cannon will stand there waiting for a while, and then eventually will lift that cannon up and do an absolute truckload of damage to me. I think it's about 25. There we are, 25 damage if I let him get that shot off. So I'm going to punch him in the face and then shoot him to make sure that he doesn't do so. Ooh, tentacles. I like tentacles. This is a great little card. It's a 20 damage once off. Now here I can start planning my route as well. I actually really quite fancy going to the market, so I'm going to go to the 7 battle here and figure out my way forward. Let's see. Let's actually try and do this a bit more carefully. I'm going to save the tentacles because it gets consumed if I use it, and I'd rather use that on a boss. So, since they're both going to attack me, I may as well try and take out the guy at the front. It's not enough to do so, but I can reload a little. I'm going to put that card in, the tentacle card in the discard pile. We'll come back to that later. Darn, that's a double shot. I really don't want to have to use an entire double shot on just the one guy, but there we go. We are going to put our armor up, and we're going to issue an order. This guy's about to heal himself, although he's at full health anyway. He's now going to hit me for 4, so I'm going to add a bit more armor. I actually didn't need to. I was pretty high on the armor. I could have gone for the double shot instead, but you can see how that would work. So we're going to armor up, issue order, add some more ammo. Nothing else I can do this turn because that was a terrible draw. But now we're going to punch the old man in the face, shoot him, and then I'm going to push shield up and reload. Wait for the next turn. You'll see I've got 10 armor now, which is plenty to keep me going. I'm going to shoot the old man in the face and finish off that fight. Now, I quite like going for the items if you can. I tend to find those work a little bit better because not only do they give you effects, you can sell them for money if you don't want them, whereas it costs to remove cards you don't want. 20% discount on the market, but it's out of my price range. Upgrade 2 random attack cards when you get this relic. I would like to upgrade some of my cards. I can do both, so I'm going to do that and upgrade 2 of my attack cards, a standard shot and a double shot, and I'm going to upgrade 1 of my wooden shields there, so that now gives me a better wooden shield. So that green means it's a bigger thing. Now here, you'll see that you get these situations, these random situations where it'll be like exploring a forest, hunting some beasts or helping out someone, and you get to choose what you do, and sometimes they're good effects and sometimes they're bad effects. So here I've captured a chef, I'm going to let him join the crew, and that gives me +5 maximum HP, because of course it does. We've got a good chef giving us nice, hearty meals. So I'm going to go to the west side now, again, because I'd like to get to a market and be able to do some of this stuff. Perfect, I've got the wooden shield there, which gives me a 9 this time, rather than others. I really don't want to use that tentacles this early. No, we're just going to keep going. I'm going to hold on to that until we hit the boss. Now see, I've got the special double shot, that's going to take him out, and I'm going to issue an order, reload, and standard shot the bearded chef dude there in the distance. Mustachioed chef, sorry, not bearded. There we are, so I'm going to reload 1, I'm going to reload again, add a wooden shield, add another reload, and then we're going to double shot this guy into oblivion. Boom, victory. Let's have a look. Triple shot, that's the ranged one, that's the one I'm going to go for here. And a hook, draw a card whenever an enemy's killed. Whenever you draw an extra card, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Oh, those would be so nice to have both of them together, but I don't have enough coin in order to do so either. And I can't sell anything because that's not done at market, that's done at taverns. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is, there is a way that I can leave a run. and I just can't see it. There is a way that I can leave this run and showcase some of the other bits later on in the game. Abandon, there it is. Cool, so I'm going to get those items and some experience, new cards to add to the collection, yada yada yada. That's how the game plays, and every time you play you're going to get a new map, you're going to get new enemies to face, and a big boss at the very end of it that you then fight. You then decide whether you're going to continue the run, or whether you're going to bank everything you've got. If you lose a run, or abandon it like I did there, you lose some of the stuff that you would have earned otherwise. If you beat a boss and then cancel out at that point, you bank everything. Now you'll see that, as I said, I'm at 48% now here on the standard Pirates Bay. Obviously I found something there that I hadn't found before, which is pretty cool. You then have the arena, where you can just jump in and you just fight round after round after round after round against increasingly difficult enemies. I've hit level 29, one off arena 30. This is a tough mode. It's great fun if you just want to jump in and just get straight to the combat side of things without having to worry about action points and sailing and modifying your deck quite so much. The arena is a really interesting mode. It's a shame that it's not unlocked right at the start of the game. You do have to go on the navigate mode for a bit of time. I kind of wish the arena and navigate were both unlocked to begin with. If we have a look at the heroes though, you'll see that very quickly on you can get the Swordmaster as well. Now the Swordmaster, rather than having the ability the gunner has here, reload at the start of each turn, the Swordmaster, basically she can't gain armor, so those whole putting up shields is pointless, it doesn't do anything with her, but she gets 25% lifesteal on melee attacks when she's below 50 health, and her deck, as you can see, is much more aimed around things like cleaving, the agility and dodge and things like that. And you do get some cool little skins for her as well, some of which can be unlocked, as you can see here with the coin. I do quite like the sort of the ghostly ethereal ones there. The wild redhead pirate there is pretty badass as well, let's be completely honest, all the way through. And again, as we go through, there are new pirates that we can unlock, like the Explorer, gets an additional reward choice after battle, adds an additional relic slot along the top, and gains a special relic at the start of each game. Fairly balanced deck there, similar to what we saw with the Gunner. The Gunner is, of course, as you've just seen, issue order, wooden shields, ammo punching, and shots. We've kind of got the same here with the Explorer, but he gets a couple of different bits and pieces. We get the Cursed Captain, who's got like a crab claw, and gets some really cool skins later on. If you like your sort of Davy Jones aesthetic, or you just fancy being a bear with crab claws, that kind of thing is pretty sweet, and there's some really cool skins there to unlock for all of these. You see, you've got the Alchemist. The Admiral is one you do have to pay for, £3 to get access to him, but he does not only come with some very cool skins and an interesting gold-based way of playing, which is all about having additional money, he also adds a new ship, which I'll showcase later. We also get a musician, the Carpenter, who is just an absolute beast with a tree for a weapon. The Vigilante here looks kind of like Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear, and has some interesting effects there as well. I'm trying to remember which one has the skin that I really like. He's got some pretty badass looking stuff there. There's the Musician, the Fortune Teller. The Unknown Captain is kind of your typical ghost pirate who can be sort of on fire or typical ghosty. We've got a Plague Doctor who is an undead pirate who gets some really cool effects as he goes through combat here, and there is one that gets unlocked if you complete his special quest. There's even a blasted chicken that you can play as, along with a recent addition, the Inventor. Now, I mentioned as well that you can change your ship. I've currently unlocked this cool little version here, and we've got the little dinky one that we start with. You can pay to make it a ghost ship if I've unlocked the Soul's Rift. There's the black ship here that I can get there, and as I said, if you do buy the Admiral, you do get a special bling ship for him as well. So it's not just like, you know, hey, here's a new character. It's a whole new way of playing the game, plus a load of extra skins all over the place. Now, I mentioned there are quests. There are quests here, as you can see, that you complete as you go. I've faced 2 of the 3 bosses available at Pirates Bay Stage 1, 1 of the bosses available at Pirates Stage 2, etc, etc, etc. You complete those and you get the bonuses in regards to those, and they unlock extra cards, etc, for you to play through. There is a lot of content here. This is a great fun game. It's completely offline as well, which is nice. You don't even have to authenticate. When I went fishing recently up at Masuna Fishing Camp, I actually sat on the boat while the guys were fishing. I'm not a big fan of fishing myself. I've said fishing an awful lot in that paragraph. Whilst everyone else was casting out into the water and actually attempting to catch fish, there's a way of saying it without saying the word, I was sitting on the boat watching, assisting, and playing this, because what better thing to do when you're sitting on a boat than play a blasted pirate game? And I quite like using this skin, which is the one I've got, until eventually I unlock that dude there. But you can see that requires me to get to Arena 30, and what arena level am I at again? Oh yeah, that's right, I got to 29 and then got beaten every time. I've yet to get past 29. Anyway, I really like this game. This is a lot of fun. It's not at all expensive to get into, and I do recommend that if you've got a couple of bucks to spend here or there, and you're looking for a game that you can play offline, you know, sitting there on an aeroplane for crying out loud in flight mode or whatever, 100% this is it. It's a really fun, really in-depth card game based on pirates, and heck, Captain Benzie. It's right there in the name. Of course I'm going to love a game based on pirates, swashbuckling, and sailing the seven seas. And I cannot recommend this one enough. This is right up there with Crying Suns as one of my most played games on mobile when I'm offline. Obviously when I'm online I'm playing Eve Echoes and Diablo Immortal for the most part right now, but this, oh, I love this. This is so much fun, and I do wholeheartedly recommend it. But anyway, that's what I want to say. That's my opinion. That's what I think going forward on all of this. I love this game, I love the art style, the music is catchy as all hell, and I find myself whistling it in the shower or whatever. There's an image you didn't want. And I really, really do love this game. If you've played it, let me know in the comment section down below. Obviously, tell me if you've gotten higher than level 29 on the arena. Tell me what some of these other areas are like if you've managed to get that high. I can't wait to go like on the northern lands and eastern seas. The Lost Islands look great fun. Yay, I'm going to be eaten by a kraken. And there's the Soul's Rift that I need to get to for the Ghost. I've got to Skull's Island, but I've not really dared into it all that much, considering I keep getting my backside handed to me on the main run. If you haven't played this game though, give it a go, then let me know in the comment section as well what you think. If this is one that you really enjoy, let me know, share the love with people, tell me who your favourite captain is, yada yada yada. And again, as always, if you really like the look of this game and you'd like to see me do like a proper actual sit down and let's play rather than just a quick blitz through where I talk about the game, let me know in the comment section down below as well, and I will do a serious run of the arena or one of the navigation runs, etc. Anyway folks, thank you for staying around right to the end of this one, happy sailing, and see you on the high seas!